Now today, my journey of finally taking up all the heroes that I had at purple grade has finally come to an end. And why, you might ask? Well, you probably already know, but today Barbarian is out. And of course, I only needed, I believe, like 5 freaking medals to get him up to gold. Fun fact, Barbarian was actually the very first hero that I consistently started buying $5 pack every time he came out. Now you might be wondering, well, why exactly is he the last one that you take up to gold? Well, when I started buying him in the $5 packs every time he came out, he was actually the much lower one out of all of them. So obviously then he will be the last one to get going. But it is time to go ahead and take him up to legendary grade and use him in my cavalry lineup. Now he has cavalry attack and max HP, which is really good, but the army defense plus 25% is also really good for cavalry. Well, for army technically, but because he has the two main cavalry stats, and that is max HP and attack, any sort of defense is definitely welcomed in the lineup. So let's go ahead and take him up to legendary grade. I do want to take a look and see his attributes to see just how much it goes up. So HP, we're talking 32,000. Attack, we'll say 1,500. 756 defense. All right, let's just see how much of an upgrade it is going to be in the stats department. Let's go ahead and gem it up. There it is. And let's just see. So HP actually did go up by 2,000. Attack went up by about 150. Defense only by like 50 or so. So didn't really go up much on defense, but the attack and HP is definitely a nice improvement, and that's really where he's going to shine anyway. So there we go. Barbarian is now legendary, and if I understand correctly, the way that these heroes are set up is that their place in your I don't even know what to call this, but in your hero lineup is already predetermined. So from what I've seen before, at legendary grade, he should be next to big guy, and yep, the big guy and Barbarian. So he is going to be right next to big guy. So yeah, all of this stuff, like all these heroes are up here and everything, all of that is already predetermined. I don't know exactly what it is that it determined it. Maybe it's just random, because a lot of the pay to play heroes are up here, obviously, as you can tell, but there are other ones down here. Like Ethereal is behind Tracker, which doesn't really make sense if you really think about it, and then Dark Follower is all the way down here, and the big guy and Barbarian. It's kind of weird, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Now for the lineup, let me go ahead and edit my battalion and edit my Cav battalion. Now here's where it gets interesting, because my Cav heroes are already pretty good, and I also have some other options like Vengeful Centaur, but Vengeful Centaur just doesn't really bring much that I would want to use over the ones that I have already. But the choices really here are between Rose Knight and Lord Weaver, because Steambot is already the best cavalry hero that I have. He has cavalry max HP, defense, and attack, so he's not going anywhere. And then of course Child of Light has cavalry max HP and cavalry attack. So here is the deal. Rose Knight has cavalry max HP 50%, army attack 20%. So you can interpret that as cavalry attack 20%. Whereas Lord Weaver has army attack 20%, army max HP 25%, and army defense 25%. Here's the thing though. They have the same army attack, so let's just say cavalry 20%. But Lord Weaver only has army max HP 25%, whereas Rose Knight has 50%. So I definitely will take 25% max HP more over army defense 25%. So unfortunately, Lord Weaver is going to be the one that's going to have to kick the bucket here in place of Barbarian. Cavalry attack, cavalry max HP, and army defense. So let's go ahead and confirm it. There we go. Thank you very mucho. Inf Cav, I'm not gonna go ahead and put him in my infantry cavalry lineup. The reason behind that is because, as you can tell already, all of these heroes have army stats. I have Berserker, Watcher, Lord Weaver, and Stormfox. All of them are army attack heroes. So obviously in an infantry cavalry lineup. They're both going to be giving you infantry and cavalry stats. And then Rose Knight has cavalry HP, but she also has the army attack. So technically speaking, Barbarian really has no place here. So really, he only went into my cavalry lineup. But that's okay, because if you guys watch my channel, you guys know that my usual opening hit, whether it's solo or in most cases rallies, it is my cavalry hit. So getting that stronger is definitely beneficial. There is a missed opportunity though in the Colosseum, at least I think so, because take a look at this. Okay, requirements is staff wielding or beastman. Staff wielding, pretty self-explanatory. Now a lot of them make sense, you know, they either have a staff, which is self-explanatory, or they're beastmen like Sea Squire, or like Child of Light. But why is Barbarian not considered a beastman? Like, he's a beastman. He's like a freaking bull looking man. So why is Barbarian not benefiting from this defensive boost from this week's constellation? I don't really understand it. Like, I don't know. I really feel like he should have been added to the Beastman status of this constellation, but apparently not. This is the team that I'm rolling with this week. It seems to be really strong. But regardless, that'll be another video. But there you have it. All of my purple heroes are now gold. The only other heroes that I would even want to take up to gold really is Master Cook and maybe Twilight Priestess. My infantry lineup is kind of subpar when you consider like my other lineups anyway. But yeah, that's about it. That's about it for the heroes. But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching, and until later, bye.